Wow, this is fantastic news. If you have not heard, this morning, February 14th, Valentine's Day of 2025, President Russell M. Nelson of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints announced the end game for the Salt Lake Temple renovation project. We know the open house dates, April 2027 through October 2027. Absolutely incredible. Um, okay, so I got to back up here a little bit just because my mind is a little. I'm taking this all in as we go. This was initially a 4-year projected plan for the renovation project of the temple. Okay, 4 years clearly did not happen in 4 years. You're in the 5th year of the project right now, but you know that it'll end in 2027. We don't have the exact dates. That is something that President Nelson on his social media post where he announced this all to the world. He said, as April 2027 approaches, we will release further information, which I think that's appropriate. I don't know if you need an exact date, because you're still talking, that's 18 months from now. But honestly, the more I think about it, it's needed. I think you need to make an announcement saying, hey, 18 months from now, this is going to be the open house of the temple. Just because when you think about the Church of Jesus Christ, when you hear the name, your mind, whether you're a member or not, you go to the Salt Lake Temple. Like, that's just an iconic symbol at this point of the church. It's a symbol of Utah, a symbol of downtown Salt Lake. Like, anytime you're watching, for example, a jazz game, they're going to show you highlight reels of the Salt Lake Temple. If you're whatever it is, there's so many events now happening in the state of Utah. Like, when they're doing their drone footage, like, oh, look at this beautiful valley, like, boom, Salt Lake Temple, right there. But with the construction project, you really haven't been able to see the temple. And you finally have scaffolding starting to come down. You can see the top spires at this point. My understanding is they've finished everything on the roof to enhance the structural aspect of the temple. But this is big. 18 months from now. Set your countdown, put it on your watches, on your smartphones, whatever it is. Get your tickets to Salt Lake City. Buy them now. Hotel rooms will fill up. I can already tell you that. Honestly, with a 6-month open house, I would expect millions, literally millions. This is the longest temple open house window in the church's history. Like, I've been doing this channel for a while. It's big. 6 months of an open house. You're going to have literally people from all across the world will come to Salt Lake City. They will come to see, whether you're a member or not. I mean, if you're not a member especially, this is your chance. If you want to see the temple, it is not open to the general public after dedication, but open houses, they're open. Come get your tickets. Go to Salt Lake, see this open house, because now's your time. The first time since the 1800s that there is an open house where you can come tour, see for yourself the inside of what does the Salt Lake Temple look like, which it's going to be awesome. It'll be incredible. I mean, if you're a member of the church, obviously you want to come see it. If you're not a member and you're just interested in what it looks like, I mean, it's a beautiful structure. Beautiful structure. So come and see. That's the invitation that President Nelson gave. Another thing, didn't even highlight on this, 172 years to the day since the groundbreaking of the temple. So the original temple broke ground February 14th, 1853. It began the 40-year project of constructing the temple, leading to its dedication ultimately in 1893. But the 172nd anniversary, it's an old structure. It's an old structure. But because of the care of the current presidency of the church, the current apostles, they said, hey, we want this temple to last. Whether it be another earthquake, you had the earthquake that hit Salt Lake City in 2020, right before COVID really became a thing in March. But they want it to last. They want generations of Latter-day Saints to be able to go to the temple and see what their pioneer ancestors were able to build for them. And as much as maybe people didn't want to see it close, I mean, I get it. It's the most popular temple for weddings. Latter-day Saints want to go to it. You're downtown, member or not, you want to take pictures in front of it. You go to the visitor center, you go to Temple Square, you just want to see it. But it was needed. This project was needed. And it definitely, I mean, yeah, it was supposed to be a 4-year project, turned into a 7-year project. That's okay. You know, things happen. COVID happened. That delayed everything. Everyone should understand that. But even just, I'm sure they got in and probably realized, oh, yikes, there's probably a couple of things we need to reinforce, maybe. I can't say that for certain. But I imagine with it becoming now a 7-year project, you probably found a few bumps and bruises on the temple that you needed to repair. But this is amazing. Absolutely incredible. So I'm just going to read what he put in his post. We warmly invite our friends to come and learn about God's plan for his children and rejoice in the love of Jesus Christ. Details about this event will be shared as April 2027 approaches. As houses of the Lord now dot the earth, I invite you to cherish your time and service at the temple closest to you as we prepare for the reopening of the Salt Lake Temple in 2027. Wow. Okay. Follow the prophet, everyone. Come to Salt Lake. Get your tickets now. I'm sure hotels and flights, they're going to be booked. You're going to see biggest open house in the history of the church, and millions are going to come to Utah to see this thing. As a closing note, though, if you are interested in the church, if you're not a member, you would like to know more, you want to know more about the Salt Lake Temple, you just want to see what it's all about, go to comeuntoChrist.org. At the end of every video, I put in my bio a link that will take you there, and meet with some missionaries of the church. They would be more than welcome, especially leading up to the open house of this temple, where you can go see it for yourself, to talk with you, sit down with you, give you some more information about the church if you are interested. If you do like this channel, though, I don't normally ask for this, but like and subscribe. We just crossed a milestone, 1,500 subscribers. I haven't been able to do a lot with it as much as I would love to recently. I'm currently a student at BYU, and school's taken the better part of my life away. But consider subscribing. I will be releasing additional content featuring other temples here in the near future, as well as continuing coverage of the Salt Lake Temple. I feel like a news reporter, continuing coverage. I'm not a news reporter, but I will be continuing to follow the Salt Lake Temple renovation project and giving you additional information as we approach the open house and dedication dates.